What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. And I also have an article on this website that I want to show you in a minute. But more importantly, what we need to focus on is obviously Bitcoin hitting $50,000 as of literally yesterday, an explosion that we were pretty much inferring could happen, but we were at a high in the market and weren't really expecting to see continued pumps to the upside here. You can see if I zoom out just a little bit here, the run that we have had since this beautiful ascending fractal has been absolutely monstrous and monumentous. It's insane. We've been tracking the symmetrical triangle clear as day here, filling in the gap, beautifully done. Breakout to the upside was anticipated and expected here. And I just made a video yesterday talking about the fact that we're forming what appears to be another bull flag formation here. And if we confirm closure above, it would be anticipated to see another breakout. Well, would you look at that? Almost immediately after making yesterday's episode, we confirmed closure and exploded yet again to the upside. Almost immediately after I made yesterday's episode, we saw this explosion happen here, and it actually started to affect all the other cryptos. We see Ethereum exploding to the upside, Solana doing the same thing, as well as XRP. Now, Solana and XRP haven't seen major runs, but they are still sliding higher. You can see since the breakout, we have slowly moved up, and I do think we have that target based at about 55-56 cents, retesting moving average. Solana as well, very similarly, had a beautiful symmetrical triangle. We expected and anticipated a run to the upside, and we've done exactly that. I don't care what anyone says. We have done exactly that to a T. As we said, we had a beautiful bull flag, a beautiful symmetrical triangle. It was imprinted that this has a bullish bias when it comes to breaking out. A textbook bullish bias to be exact. And you can see from breakout right here, even though we consolidated lower, we're currently up 18%. So I don't care what anybody says because we have been breaking out. Now, with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump right into today's episode. So briefly, there's a lot of stuff we have to look at and a lot of stuff we have to talk about. Bitcoin exploding to the upside here. We had just made a video yesterday, literally yesterday, talking about the fact that this could be the top for cryptocurrency. We made two videos, basically, or quite a few actually, basically saying, you know, how much higher can Bitcoin go? And then we discussed that XRP, breaking news, we could literally be at the top in the market here. However, we did specifically discuss that there was some sort of kind of bull flag forming here, descending fractal forming on Bitcoin, which could indeed cause markets to lift up even higher. I literally drew it right here as of yesterday here, showing you on the hourly charts the possibility and the potential for the price to continue to skew higher here. And that's exactly what happened. It's pretty ironic to say the least. We drew a beautiful descending fractal, filling in the gap, lower high, lower lows here. And as you guys know, if we break through and confirm closure above that top resistance here, a run to the upside would be inevitable. And that is exactly what has happened here. And I want to go over whether or not we've actually hit the top now, as this could be that final moment. You can already start to see correction to the downside taking place. There's a good chance this will inevitably come back down to moving average because of how overbought the markets have been. Now, before we continue any further, I want to go over a news article with you. And you know where a great source of crypto news can be found? With today's sponsor, the VRSOLDIER. You see, the VRSOLDIER is one of my favorite cryptocurrency news sites because not only is it free, but they also focus on some of the top layer 1 blockchains I'm most interested in. Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Tron, all my favorite cryptos all in one place. At VRSOLDIER, they pride themselves on being the foremost authority on specialized cryptocurrency related topics, providing us with the latest news and comprehensive information, which is why I highly recommend you bookmark them so you can stay up to date at a moment's notice and even follow along with the articles in my videos. The VRSOLDIER also has an incredible editorial team and market research division who collectively possess over a quarter century of experience, making them well equipped to provide us with unparalleled insights and analysis on currently trending topics. As you can see, they have specific blockchain sections notifications, which allows you to stay up to date with the latest developments concerning Near Protocol, Phantom, Solana, and even yield farming with just a click of a button. So with that being said, make sure to stay informed and check out VRSOLDIER down in the description below. Otherwise, let's check out this article. So to dive into this article, I do have a few interesting things to point out. First and foremost, Bitcoin hitting 50,000 for the first time since December of 2021 is absolutely incredible. I mean, this has historically been proven that Bitcoin is here to stay, and money will, go back into Bitcoin, regardless of how you want to think about it. It has happened consistently over and over and over again here, regardless of people's input in the market. People have said consistently Bitcoin is dead. It's a bubble 3 times now, and we keep proving you wrong. We keep proving everybody wrong with Bitcoin back up to 50K here. You can see on the VRSOLDIER that they said the price of Bitcoin surged on February 12th, which is literally yesterday, highest level since December of 2021. The time of writing, Bitcoin price reached that. What could have caused the rise in Bitcoin? So because of this, it's risen quite a bit here. It says the rise of Bitcoin in the last few hours has followed by a spike in crypto market liquidations, which reached over 152 million, with the tally still increasing at the time of publication. Bitcoin's strong performance comes as the inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs have increased over the past week. Last week, spot ETFs attracted over 1.1 billion in inflows as outflows from the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust continue to slow down. So that's what they're saying, that just, with the Bitcoin ETFs, the volume has moved back in. Regardless of how you look at it, it was a very quick and sporadic jump to the upside here. But I think the main reason is we're getting closer and closer and closer to, as you guys know, the Bitcoin halving. And I believe the path ahead, as stated on here, will lead us to run to the upside here. I truly do believe we should be expecting to see higher runs to the upside in the very near future. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin has been doing exactly that. We've slowly been approaching the April Bitcoin halving, which is 2 months away, and we should be seeing exactly that, the halving occur, volume inject, and we could easily see Bitcoin reach over $100,000. More importantly, the things I do want to go over here, you can see major run within Bitcoin up 15.5% for the week, 15.2, whatever you want to call it, 72 in the fear and greed. Another pop in the market, Ethereum up 12.6%, 19 for Solana. XRP has not been doing that much, but all the other altcoins have been doing incredibly well. So lots of things to go over. I guess to finish off with Bitcoin right here, you can see even though we've rallied to the upside here, and it was a pretty predictable bull flag breakout, it was that simple. You can see if we jump to the daily here, we are extremely overbought, and there's a very solid chance that a recovery, a reversal, a healthy pullback is almost inevitable at this point here. Now, shorts to the downside would probably come pretty quickly, if you ask me, and that's actually what I'm going to do after I end today's video, is put in a short position on Bitcoin, because I do think we're extremely overbought. I do think correction over the next couple of days is almost inevitable for Bitcoin. I think we're a bit overbought, a bit too quick. We are currently overbought on the moving average here, and I do think a pullback down to, on the RSI, and I do think a pull down to moving average is expected. We're also overbought on Bitcoin's weekly as well. We did have a bullish cross, which is definitely a good sign. We could head up, but I do think a little bit of consolidation on the daily charts is almost it's almost necessary. We're way too extended from its moving average, and I do think a little reversal, a little healthy pullback back to, as you can see, we typically do come back down to the moving average is almost necessary. So I think a short to the downside is a very good call, in my opinion, to the downside here, which you're going to take advantage of in a second. Now, how does that affect other cryptos? Well, I do think a lot of these cryptos are destined to correct lower as well. We expected XRP and these other cryptos to, break out of its shell right here and swing to the upside, which is what it did. But I think what's next is a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of healthy pullback for a lot of these cryptos because they're overbought. You can see for the most part on Solana's 4-hour, yeah, we do rise above this uptrend here, but we do come back down it is inevitable. We do come back down to the moving average and retest it. And we are a bit overextended right now on that, retesting overbought as well on the 4-hour, that we should be consolidating again. I don't think it's got the potential to break out. We did argue and we did agree that this, symmetrical triangle on Solana was going to break us to the upside. You guys were like, oh, no, it's going to break down. And even though we did, it was for a very short period of time. But every single day, we specifically mentioned consolidation is necessary at this point for Solana here. A bit of consolidation, and we'd follow this up to resistance here, and that's exactly what we're doing. Ethereum exploded up, doing incredibly well as well, but I do think just it's also retesting overbought. Bitcoin is extremely overbought. I think almost everything at this point is going to have to consolidate and dip back down just a tiny bit if it wants to expect to exceed further in the future. To be honest with you, it's just too long of a market right now for us to be this overextended, and I do think just a small pullback, a big one on Bitcoin, but a small pullback for the other cryptos is almost inevitable here. Same thing with the S&P. I do think a little bit of consolidation would be helpful in this market. But yet again, huge shout out to the VRSOLDIER for sponsoring today's episode. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.